So we're here at the PDF today. We're looking at our time of sowing trial. So we've got 4 different drilling dates here. The one I'm stood in now, in between Skyfall and Extaze. This was drilled in November. We've also got a December sow date, and then February and March as well, with all varieties, including spring varieties. So it's really just looking at where those varieties cross over with the drilling dates. And I think after the year we've just had, this sort of data is really important. We've done these trials for 4 or 5 years now, so we'll have about 4 or 5 years worth of data to look at these same varieties in these situations. So the reason we put Skyfall in this trial, even though it's not our variety, is because it's well known for having a really wide sowing window. So we use it as a control, we use it as our benchmark to compare some of the other varieties to how late we can drill it in comparison to something like Skyfall. Now I'm in the December drill timing, so this was drilled on the 4th of December. This is Skyfall on my right, and this is Extaze. So, I mean, in the November drill timing that we were just in, Extaze's ears were fully out, but in this timing, you can see the ears here. And this is not across the whole plot, this is just a few plants, so quite far behind, but both varieties still looking really good, but Skyfall even further behind Extaze at this stage. Okay, so now we're in the February drilled plots. So this is the spring here, and then behind me is one of the winter wheats. So you can see that probably this timing is where the yield is going to take, the spring yield is going to take over from the winter yield. And we'll see that quite drastically when we look at it at the end of the season with the yield graphs. You'll see the springs drastically take over from the winters, depending on the variety at different times. So now we're in the March sowing. This was drilled on the 20th of March. On my left, you've got one of our spring varieties, and on my right, you've got a winter variety. So this on my right is actually Skyfall. So this usually would produce ears at this point, ready for harvest. But a lot of our other winter varieties look like they possibly will just stick as grass until much later, and they won't ripen. They might produce ears, but they'll be green and they won't be ready for harvest. So as I said before, we collect all this data, and we've got data from the last 4 or 5 years from this exact same trial. So if anyone's interested in having a look at that data, or in fact coming to have a look at the trial itself, we do open days throughout June and into July, so just get in contact if you want to come and have a look.